evening and welcome to Euro 2024 Live. Our second game of the day sees one of the tournament favourites who weren't the favourites before the tournament, Spain, who are yet to concede, yet to drop a single point in their group. They take on Georgia, one of the stories of the tournament, the lowest ranked side in the competition, getting that match day 3 win over Portugal in the group to secure knockout football. The anthem's currently underway in Cologne in the RheinEnergieStadion in Cologne this evening, the venue for this one. And we're still trying to recover from our earlier game between England and Slovakia that finished at around 15 minutes ago or so, with England leaving it late into extra time to secure the victory over Slovakia. They were trailing into the 95th minute before Jude Bellingham equalised, before Harry Kane scored the winner in the first minute of extra time. So England are through. They will face Switzerland, our first matchup for the quarter-finals. The winner of this one, well, no, they have the hosts to come up against in the quarter-finals. Whether that be Georgia or Spain, it's going to be a tough ask for either of the two teams. So if they're going to want to go far, they're going to have to beat the hosts. Let's have a look at the teams for this one then. And Luis de la Fuente returns to a more normally strong Spanish side after they made 10 changes on match day 3. Still won and kept a clean sheet, so not much in terms of change of the result, but 10 changes as they all come back in as Unai Simon continues in goal. A regular back four that they've kept since match day 2. Dani Carvajal at right back, Robin Lenormand and Aymeric Laporte, the two in centre defence, and Marc Cucurella at left back. A more normal looking midfield after Rodri was suspended for getting 2 yellow cards in the first 2 games. He's back into the side. He is joined alongside by Fabian Ruiz and Pedri, that midfield 3 that tore Italy apart on match day 2 of the group. Nico Williams, who made it tough for the Italian right back that night, he starts on the left wing. Lamine Yamal, the 16-year-old on right wing, and Alvaro Morata, the captain, leads the line for Spain. On the bench for La Roja, Raya, Ramiro, Nacho, Vivian, Navas, Moreno, Olmo, Grimaldo, Baena, Zubimendi, Lopez, Perez, Yoshlu, Torres and Oyarzabal. For Georgia, they won 2-0 on match day 3 against Portugal to secure this matchup. They'll not want to buy out tonight without a fight. Georgi Marmadishvili starts in goal. A back four of Kakapadze, Javalisani, Kasia, Diwali and Loshashvili in the back 5. Kitishvili, Koshrashvili and Chakvetadze continue in midfield, with that front 2 that combined so well against Portugal. In joint top scorer Georgios Mikatadze, joined alongside starman Kvika Kvaratskhelia, leading the line for Georgia. On the bench, Loria, Gugiashvili, Kirkvelia, Goshrashvili, Tibadze, Titishvili, Kekavishkiri, Altunashvili, Lobanja, Zigua, Zivzidadze, Davidishvili, Kivitaya and Sengelia on the bench. Spain and Georgia. Kick-off in Cologne is next. Good evening and welcome to the RheinEnergieStadion in Cologne for this one. Spain against Georgia. One of the teams that could be tipped to win the competition against one of the sides who's pulled off probably the biggest scalping of the tournament so far in Georgia. Spain, who have looked probably not even out of second gear in their game so far. The way they've played has been so impressive. No wonder why they've been tipped to try and lift this trophy in 2 weeks' time. But this will be their next opponent in Georgia, who will not, as I said, go down without a fight. They've already beaten one of the popular and probably best sides in Portugal, one of the impressive teams. Have already fallen to this Georgian side, but tonight it's knockout football. It's win and in, and down and you will be out. It's as simple as that. Extra time and penalties needed if necessary, if the game is level after 90 minutes. But it's the 90 minutes that matter most at this moment in time. No one wants to extend far beyond that if it's not necessary. Here's Nico Williams going for the early cross for Spain in the box, and Georgia just about clear it away, but a lot of pressure in there as Alvaro Morata tried to have an early chance. It's a good start for Spain. They've played so well. Their football has been so kind of mesmerising to watch in their 3 games so far. Maybe a bit less so against Albania when they made those 10 changes, but against Croatia and Italy, they made 2 very good teams look really average and below par. I mean, Italy now out of the competition, Croatia knocked out of the group, so the 2 teams that Spain did look average ended up probably being pretty average in the end. But ultimately, it's about what they deliver tonight, Spain. How are they in knockout competition? How are they, when the pressure is on to win, how do they deal with that pressure? So they've started well here. Here's Ruiz, who will strike. Again, the shot blocked well. It's Georgia getting bodies in the way. That time it was Velishani. This will be Spain's play. We know that Spain are a possession-based side that want to dominate the ball, want to pass you to death at times, but they will not be afraid to use their pace, and the likes of Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal either side of Alvaro Morata to really cause you a lot of problems. Here is Yamal on the right. Has to go back the way. Carvajal. Rodri. It will be a welcome return to the Spanish midfield. Rodri. Here's Nico Williams. Looks to lift it in again. That time Cassia got the header away. Goes out for a Spanish throw on the left-hand side. Decent start from Spain. Cucurella. Across it comes. Aymeric Laporte to Marc Cucurella. Cucurella goes down under a challenge, but the referee says play on. The ball in behind. Here's Nico Williams in the box. Williams to chip it across, and just a bit too high at the back post. Although the flag goes up anyway for offside. See it again. Cucurella goes down. The referee says play on, and then it's Pedri that made the run in behind to flick it on to Nico Williams. Was just offside as he received the ball there, Pedri. And that is a given as a free kick to Georgia for the offside offence. So the earlier moment there between Morata and one of the Georgian defenders. Had a bit of a collision a bit earlier in the game, but nothing more done about that. As Mamardashvili goes long with that effort. Well, one thing about Georgia is about holding in there, not giving Spain that an early positive to cling on. Here's Lamine Yamal, who has space ahead of him and looking to burst forward. Out wide to Carvajal, squared across the strike. Stretched out there was Pedri, but gathered was Mamardashvili. Really good play. Nice squared ball by Dani Carvajal across the box, and Pedri stretching with the left boot to try and flick it past the Georgian keeper, but Mamardashvili had it covered. Mamardashvili, actually, who's been very impressive in the tournament so far. He was very impressive against Portugal, made some big saves. He's been impressive in all of the games that he's played so far for Georgia. Of course, Georgia will of course be expecting and probably wanting to play to the advantage of Spain dominating possession. We saw it against Portugal. They allowed Portugal to have the ball, create chances. They relied upon their defence and moments for their attackers on the counter. Here's Cucurella to deliver. Deep again. Cleared away again. Carvajal. Pedri. Out wide to Lamine Yamal. Squared across now to Rodri. Through the lines, finds Ruiz. Out wide it goes to Williams. Williams in the box. Williams to squared across Ruiz. Just cleared away again by Georgia. That's good play from Spain. They've already started to assert their dominance on this one. Their attacking displays are being unleashed, with over 90% of possession so far after 5.5 minutes. Nico Williams stopped in his tracks there by Kakabadze, but back it comes with Cucurella. Pedri. Now, Lenormand. Out wide it goes. Yamal will cross, but too deep from Lamine Yamal there. Just a bit ahead of his teammates, and it goes for the goal kick to Georgia. A bit of respite for the Georgian defenders, because they've been off to a very high intense start. And we'll see how they go to build in this game. Remember, these sides have met 7 times before. There's never been a draw in their previous meetings between the two. Spain have won 6, Georgia have won 1 of their 7 previous meetings. And they met in qualifying. They were paired in the same group in the qualifying for this tournament. Just as I say that, Georgia trying to counter here. Got a bit of the ball. As Kakabadze trying to break down the right. Blocked off by Cucurella, and Cucurella wins the free kick. Luis de la Fuente there on the sidelines. His side have looked very comfortable so far in their football. And the way they've played, the opposition they've faced, they haven't looked untoward in terms of not the favourites, not the best side on the field. They look very strong in all of their games. Nico Williams. Laporte. Back to Nico Williams again. Again to Aymeric Laporte. Pedri. Out wide it goes to Nico Williams again. Flicks it forward. Cucurella with a cutback. And into the area it goes, but cleared behind for a Spain corner. Fabulous intricate play in between the lines. Just the movement is wonderful. Find those spaces to pick up those gaps, to squeeze it through the lines. It's really fabulous football. Wonderfully kind of choreographed. The Georgian fans are already biting their nails. Nico Williams takes the corner short. Yamal. Back to Williams. He will lift one into the box. Again, Kasia got up there. Koshrashvili to head clear. As it comes all the way back to Cucurella for Spain to gather once again. As I was saying, they were paired in the qualifying group for this tournament. Spain won 7-1 in Georgia. And they won 3-1 in Valladolid on the way to finishing first in their qualifying group, of course, Spain. Alvaro Morata actually had a hat-trick in the away game for Spain against Georgia in the qualifying group, which they won 7-1. 2 in the first half, 1 in the second at the Boris Paicadze at National Stadium. September of last year. Verkvelia scored an own goal, and Dani Olmo had Spain 4-0 up at half-time against Georgia in Tbilisi. Cucurella, Laporte, Marc Cucurella squeezed it through the lines, finds Ruiz, trying to square it across, blocked behind, another corner. This time it was blocked by Kitishvili. Be another Spain corner. One-way traffic in the early moments. Nico Williams will take this corner again. Spain still boasting over 85% possession. Williams with a corner. Nice one. Header is on. It's not cleared away. And it's forced behind by Kasia. That was a close moment there for Spain. Let's just say it again. Really nice corner whipped in by Williams. It's actually flicked on by a Georgian player into the path of Morata as the corner's taken short now. And follow up. We'll go out for a throw in. But the corner was flicked on by a Georgian head into the path of Morata, and it had to be kind of snatched behind by Kasia to clear it away from any sort of danger. Mamardashvili was involved there as well, making a save. Rodri. Across it comes. Through the lines. Pedri flicks it on. Looking to find Morata, but cleared away. Georgia cannot get out of their own defensive third at the moment. Here's Rodri. Yamal on the right. Lifts it into the box. All the way across to Williams. Williams on the edge will strike. Takes a deflection. Another Spanish corner incoming. This is relentless attacking football from Spain. Yamal takes the corner short. Carvajal trying to lift it in. Blocked away. As Georgia now try and conjure up a counter, but Spain have lots of bodies back to win it back through Pedri. Now Laporte on the left. Pedri fizz it out to the right hand side to Yamal. Nico Williams making the run beyond. Yamal wants to go himself though. Cuts it back now to Nico Williams. Carvajal. Rodri. Nice work from Rodri to dart it out to Cucurella. Now Laporte. Back to Rodri. But the way if it continues like this, it looks like it's only a matter of time before Spain score. As Carvajal tried to go low that time. Cleared away again by Georgia. It's just constant, relentless pressure from Spain. They need to try and start winning free kicks or try and put pressure to get the ball away and get themselves at least up the pitch for a bit, Georgia. And not panic yet though. Still a long way to go. Nico Williams. Rodri. Cucurella. Excuse me, Laporte. Out to Carvajal. Yamal now on the right flank. Flick back. The chance. Pedri was in there. Back it comes with Rodri now. Cucurella. Williams. More confidence for Spain as the shot turned into cross. Ends up going behind for the corner. And it was Velishani that time that put it behind for Georgia. Just see that again. The flick by Pedri onto Ruiz. It was wonderful football. Ruiz just wasn't given the space to take the strike. Blocked out initially. Rodri recycled. Found Nico Williams and got the corner. As the corner comes in, there was a clash in there. And it's a clash of heads. Georgia were getting the free kick anyway. It was Lenormand and Koshrashvili, I believe. Or is it Loshrashvili? Lenormand is okay. He's up and fine, but the Georgian has to receive a bit of treatment at the moment. I do believe it is Koshrashvili. Seen Yamal's effort a bit earlier, and Nico Williams had that shot that was deflected behind. I mean, Spain have had multiple shots. They've had 5 shots in the game. 2 on target. A couple of them surely blocked as well. So it's been quite a lot of action early on. This Spain side look electric. It's just the quality they have is fabulous. As Georgia, Koshrashvili okay to continue as we get the game back underway. Spain back in possession again. We're at 90% of the ball. Still, it's under 15 minutes gone. Cucurella. Laporte. Cucurella. Down the left-hand side comes Nico Williams. Back to Cucurella. Now, Aymeric Laporte. Lenormand. Out to Lamine Yamal. Work his way through, gets to the byline, Yamal, but runs out of territory. But it does take a touch off a Georgian in there. Lokoshvili will be a Spain corner once again. Yeah, Yamal knew the challenge was coming and was very smart there and just letting the Georgian defender see it out. They'll now take this corner. Lamine Yamal to deliver it in. Height in it, and Laporte had the header but couldn't direct it into the net. Goal kick. Jumped up high, got ahead of everyone else. That might have been a corner, actually. Very close. That was the argument that Laporte was making, that there was a slight deflection, but the referee and the officials disagreed. Goal kick was given. Well, it's tough at the moment for Willy Sagnol's side. At the moment he watches on in his seat. His side are battling well. Fighting hard, I said, as they would do, but it's really tough for them in these early moments. They're fighting through it at the moment. They want a free kick here as well. Yamal deemed to have fouled Koshrashvili. I mean, he won the ball there. Yamal was the one that was kicked. Koshrashvili goes down like a sack of potatoes, but that's terrible. It was Yamal that was kicked, but free kick was given to Georgia. That's why Yamal was a bit annoyed. The whole Spanish bench were incensed at that decision, but free kick for Georgia. Ultimately, they keep the possession for the moment. Here's Kvaratskhelia. Out to the right-hand side. Kakabadze has made the run forward. Can he find someone in the box? Make it dance. It's in! Where has that come from? Kvaratskhelia to finish. Spain have had over 90% of the ball. And with their first attack of the game, Georgia lead. Name a bigger shock than this. They have barely got out of their own defensive third in this game so far. But with their first break, they find the net. Kakabadze delivering the width. Whips a lovely ball in. And the pressure of Kvaratskhelia being in there panics the Spanish defence. And it deflects off Lenormand into his own goal. And gives Georgia the lead. Goodness me. That is a wonderful delivery. Fabulous counter-attack that ultimately ends in a Georgian goal. Tough for Spain to take, but they've shown more than enough to fight back and to score tonight, Spain. But Georgia are the ones that take the lead. High. Just high. 90% possession. 8 shots. Georgia with not a single shot in the game. Not a single attack in the game until that moment. But the confusion for Spain was immense. Georgia ultimately getting the benefit. And that will boost them as here they come again. Kvaratskhelia, can they do it again? That was a fabulous challenge by Lenormand. Making up for that own goal there with that big challenge. Yamal. Seen a lot of own goals in the tournament. Ruiz. Nico Williams. Spain looking to respond. Nico Williams cuts it back. Ruiz. Took too long. Cleared away. Carvajal. Lenormand. Rodri. To Laporte. To lift it into the box. Again, headed up clear. Cashier that time. Georgia back with it again. Koshrashvili. Kakabadze. Clears it up the field. Intercepted once again by Spain as they win it back. Cucurella. Laporte. Rodri. Carvajal now. Yamal. Pedri trying to squeeze it through the lines, but closed down, surrounded by white shirts. As now come Georgia again. He didn't get very far that time. That counter-attack ended before it even started there. As here comes Nico Williams down the left for Spain. Runs out of room, runs into bodies as Georgia spin their way through. Just can't get out of their own half again there, but showing a lot more desire and a lot more quality in these moments in fighting back against Spain. Not standing off as much as they were initially. Throwing bodies further forward at Spain now. Yamal. Back to Carvajal. Rodri. Flicks it round the corner. The shot! Saved at Mamardashvili's hands from Fabian Ruiz. Half decent effort from Ruiz, but Mamardashvili watched it all the way and gathered it comfortably. That goal, by the way, for Georgia is the 8th own goal of the tournament. More than we had in the whole of Euro 2020. And we've still got quite a number of games to come. Here's Rodri. Pedri. Trying to weave his way around a few bodies in a tight space, but Georgia win it back as Mikotadze tries to flick it forward. Goes all the way through to Unai Simon. That is the first goal that Spain have conceded as well in the tournament. Had kept a clean sheet in all 3 of their group games. Spain were the only side to yet concede, or were yet to concede, sorry, in the tournament, heading into the round of 16. Weren't the highest scorers of the tournament so far, but I certainly have been one of the most impressive teams of anyone to showcase their abilities so far in this tournament. But at the moment, it's Georgian stubbornness that is keeping them at bay and giving Georgia the lead from their efficiency on the counter. Maybe a slice of luck to go with it. But the efficiency from Georgia has been one to watch in awe and be in awe of. Laporte. Cucurella. Now Nico Williams. 23 minutes gone in Cologne. Spain 0, Georgia 1. Yamal more centrally now. Cannot pick up a pass and loses the ball as again Georgia try and spring a counter. But Morata coming deeper there, giving away the free kick to Lokoshvili. Maybe a bit of frustration from Spain. Well, Spain did concede in both of their games against Georgia in the qualifying group. 7-1 and 3-1 they won. Ultimately, Spain and that is a lovely move. Here comes Kvaratskhelia again. Lays it off to Mikotadze. Well closed down by Nico Williams as Spain look to spring the other way. This could be an issue when Spain have space and bodies forward. Although that ball is not great to Yamal. He does bring it down the second time. Isolated a bit on that right hand side and will get the throw in, Lamine Yamal there. Spirit from Georgia has been fabulous to watch so far. Georgia's 2 goals against Spain in the qualifying, as I said. One from Georgi Chakvetadze, who's on the pitch today, and of course Kvaratskhelia got the other over the 2 games. They've got a third from an own goal against Spain in 3 games against them. Rodri will shoot from distance. Cascia got the block with his leg there. Bounces in the air, still alive as Morata was trying to cause a problem there on Velishani, but just as it went for a corner, Alvaro Morata was deemed to have been offside. Ooh. Yeah, Morata was offside whenever the shot was taken by Rodri, so couldn't impact the game. Therefore, free kick to Georgia. Well, Kvaratskhelia has scored in his two of his three appearances against Spain, over the years. He was heavily involved in that goal, which has them ahead here tonight. Georgia have beaten Spain only once in their history. It's their only success ever, albeit a non-competitive game, friendly, in Getafe's Coliseum. Alfonso Perez. It was in June 2016, and Tornike Okareshvili scored the only goal for the visitors as Pedri shot over the bar. The only goal of that game, Georgia winning 1-0 on that occasion. Seeing Spain again, playing in between the lines, really nice football. Pedri takes it down on the edge of the box and strikes out. It hits someone in there, behind the goal, but not a bad effort. Just a bit of frustration again for Spain, you can see it. Just slashing at things now. Need to stay composed. What is this European Championships throwing up? Massive drama. Every game has had drama in it so far. Switzerland and Italy, the champions knocked out. Germany, Denmark, we had a weather stoppage. And England and Slovakia, late drama for England to see themselves through. And now in this one, the lowest ranked side in the competition taking the lead against the side who are pipped to win the trophy, are one of the best sides in the tournament in terms of performances so far. I mean, it's been a wonderful round of 16 so far, and we're only going to be halfway through it after this match. We still have 4 more games to come. Kvaratskhelia trying to direct his side forward. Spain just getting bodies in it, the right spaces to close it down, and they win the throw-in. As one of the Georgian players out there, I couldn't see the number, so I think it was Lokoshvili, but it could be anyone. Kukureya to Ruiz. Now Kukureya again. Composure needed from Spain. Rodri out to Carvajal. Spain try and come narrow with their wingers, their forwards, and pushing their fullbacks up for the overlapping runs. As what a strike over the bar by Laporte. Sorry, tried to go from distance. But those are the types of things that will certainly excite the Georgian players and the fans, because it shows clear evidence that Spain are frustrated. Seeing the replay of the goal, wonderful, just wonderful. What a moment. They had their biggest night in their footballing history against Portugal. But Spain give it away. They wanted a free kick, but Georgia on the brick again. Here's another chance. Kvaratskhelia couldn't reach it. Still alive. As it's still on the edge of the box. The shot didn't come, and Spain get the ball back with Unai Simon. But Georgia, their counter-attacks, every time they come forward, you think they're going to have a shot on target. You think they're going to threaten the Spanish keeper. So unexpected. It's a lazy pass there from Ruiz. Although he gets away with it as Kakabadze can't find a teammate. Rodri. Out to Nico Williams. 30 minutes gone. In Cologne. Spain 0, Georgia 1. Excuse me. Here's Lamine Yamal. Trying to drive one in. Again cleared away by Cassia. Carvajal. Pedri. Carvajal again. try and flood the bodies forward. Spain. Nico Williams trying to squeeze his way through. Trying to use his skill, but cleared away. And now with a man advantage, they're on the counter again. Come Georgia. Here's Mika Tadze trying to weave his way through. Goes down. The referee waves away any sort of penalty claims. As now Spain come up the other end. Pedri. Out to Yamal. Not much kind of potency in the Spanish attack there. Just trying to hold possession, but every time they come forward you think something's going to happen from Georgia's point of view. Just have that kind of burst of energy, burst of pace on the counter that is so threatening, especially against a side like Spain who love to throw lots of bodies up into the final third. As we see here, they've got 6 players playing against the back 5, throwing lots of bodies as the Yamal, look for the cross. Again headed away. Alvaro Morata was closest, but Cassia got a clear for Georgia once more. Consistent attacking from Spain. Constant pressure that Georgia have to deal with, but time and time again they are dealing with it. Getting it away, not giving Spain the chance. And every opportunity they get to break forward, they break with incredible pace, Georgia. They just see Mika Tadze again against Lenormand. It's not a penalty that there, so that's not a foul. Georgia were claiming it, but it wasn't a penalty. Mika Tadze has actually scored 2 of his 3 goals from the spot in the tournament so far. He wanted another chance there. He wasn't going to get that one. Oh, pressing from Spain. Georgia just about seeing their way out of it. Although Spain eventually get it. Pedri. Rodri. Short pass that from Rodri. Given away, and now they're on the brick again. Kvaratskhelia. Out to the left-hand side it comes. Here he comes, Kvaratskhelia. Closed down again by Spain, and Simon tries to save it from the corner, but the corner is the decision. Goodness me. Kvaratskhelia running the show on the counter for Georgia. Carvajal was the one that had the last touch for Spain. Gets Georgia their corner. Their first of the game. And Kvaratskhelia, who won it, will take it. Kvaratskhelia delivers. Back post. Just too high. It was all the way through for the goal kick to Spain now. Even in their wildest dreams, was this possible? Was this ever being thought about coming into this one? Of course, no one wanted to disrespect Georgia. They showed us what they can do when teams, when they are written off, when they are told they've no chance. Here's Yamal, again trying to drive through. Pedri, Rodri, Cucurella, now Pedri again. Back to Cucurella, who will shoot! And that was a decent effort. Had to be parried by Mamadashvili away. As Yamal sees that one out for the throw. That was a nice idea from Cucurella. Take the shot well, edge of the box, but well saved again by Mamadashvili. Spain continue to knock on the door, but at the moment it's a rock solid iron door that is in their way in the Georgian defence. And the Georgian keeper to boot as well. 10 minutes of the first half to go. Spain 0, Georgia 1. Spain have their 7th corner of the game now. Right hand side, Yamal to take. Will deliver it in again. That one too much. As there's 1 or 2 Spanish bodies on the floor, but the referee indicates just a goal kick. See this decent delivery. Maybe just a bit too high. It's into the right area. It's just maybe just looping a bit too much. And the frustration for Spain, something they need to try and overcome. You feel if they do get an equaliser, it could turn ugly. The intensity they play with, the quality they play with in the final third. But with the way Georgia are playing at the moment, they're working this to the very bone. But they're looking strong and stubborn and compact and controlled defensively and unstoppable at the moment, because Spain, again, in possession, just overplay the ball as it goes out for another goal kick. Carvajal just wasn't getting to that ball. He just slipped as he tried to spin around to look for anyone in the box and sliding onto the floor. Just as every attack goes wayward, every moment doesn't go Spain's way, the level of frustration grows ever more and ever larger. Mamardashvili clears long again. Rodri wins the first header. Morata again misplaces a pass and Georgia intercept. And that's a lovely turn by Koshrashvili as the ball comes down the left hand side now. Koshrashvili, ball in behind, nice pass. Mikatadze, can he find a teammate? Lifts it into the box. Kvaratskhelia tried to go for the overhead kick, couldn't quite reach it. As Spain come away now. Nico Williams on the counter. 4 on 4. Morata has to try and usher the ball forward. Here he comes. Pedri round the corner. Nico Williams in the box. There's space and time. Can he squeeze it in? Again at Mamardashvili it goes. Cleared away. Kukure is still alive. Rodri. Pedri now on the right. Comes back infield to Rodri. Out wide it goes to Nico Williams again. 6 Spanish bodies in the box. Rodri on the edge. Rodri to strike. Squeezes it in. 1-1. Rodri. Fabulous. And Spain are level. That steel iron door eventually comes off its hinges. And Spain find a breakthrough. They're back level. And how many times has he done it at club level, Rodri? Scoring a clutch goal for his team in the big moments. To sneak it in the corner. And it's just really good from Spain to recycle the play, not give up on the moment. And Rodri there to just find the bottom right corner. Squeezes it into that ever so small little gap between Mamardashvili's left hand and the right post. Sneaks it in. And Spain back on terms. Massive goal. Because frustration and anger was seemingly building for Spain. Every attack wasn't going in their favour, ending up in a save or a goal kick. But that is a big goal. Although, dare I say it, VAR are checking this goal. There might be a problem for Spain here. Check complete. There's no problem for Spain. Goal is the decision. There was initially a bit of worry over whether Alvaro Morata was in an offside position impacting the play. It's deemed that he was not. Therefore the goal stands. So a bit of a nervy moment, but nothing coming of it. Kvaratskhelia was down there for a moment or two for Georgia, which could be a worry. How hard they've worked in this first half, Georgia. Maybe 1 or 2 feeling it at the end of this first half, and they've made a change. And Kitishvili has to have to leave the field, and Alternishvili is on in his place. So a first half substitution adds to the tough moment to take for Georgia. They've been pegged back. But even to get into a position where Spain have to equalise is a massive moment for Georgia. It's a massive achievement to get to that point. Yes, it'll be a bit bittersweet in the end if it doesn't come to nothing in the end, but the way they've played, it's been fabulous so far. Kukureya fought to the death on that one, wins the throw in. Lenormand. Rodri. Now, one thing in Spain's sights now, and that is to take the lead and not look back. Williams with a cross. Diving header to clear it away there from Veliciani. Georgia clear it away. Laporte. A bit rash that from Rodri, but he does win the throw in. Of course, this somewhat young Spanish side. There's young players in the team. There's a mix of youth and quality. A lot of youth in either midfield and further forward, the likes of Nico Williams, Pedri, and of course Lamine Yamal, obviously. But they have that experience, that hard-fought winners. I mean, Rodri, a key example of it. Alvaro Morata, a very experienced player. Their defence, very experienced. Carvajal, who's won it all, both at club level and at international level. Carvajal. Yamal. Dani Carvajal across to Rodri. 2 minutes of the first half to go. Spain maybe just a bit loose in their passing there. Georgia again intercept. Maybe the energy has been massively overused by Georgia in this first half. They've exerted a lot of energy, a lot of fight. And there's going to be a free kick here for Georgia. Morata committing the foul, and he's going to get a yellow card here, Alvaro Morata. Yeah, just late in there on Lokashvili. Morata there. Can't have much of an argument to that one, I would say. Well, there we are. 1-1 with a minute or so to go with the first half. And I've just heard that that is Spain's first goal from outside the box at the European Championships since Euro 2000. Wow. 24 years. What is that now? 5 tournaments ago? 6 tournaments ago? Here's Lamine Yamal. Squared it across. Pedri. Now Ruiz. Kukureya on the left. Back it comes to Ruiz. Lifts it into the box. Over the head of Morata. And the free kick will go Georgia's way. Kasia brought to the ground there. The two captains involved. Again, it's really nice play by Spain. The combinations, the speed of their football. The pace at which they play is really fabulous to watch. Seeing the goal again. I mean, the way he arrows that, he has to arrow it. Angles it beautifully, does Rodri. Sets it up perfectly for the finish. 2 added minutes to come at the end of the half. Kukureya. Spain would love to have the lead before half-time. In fact, if it does go in level at half-time, that will only boast Georgian hopes and boost the players in white. Yamal. Carvajal. Rodri. I said to change of play. Pedri on the right hand side. Back infield to Yamal. Will look to shoot. That one was well charged down, about 2 yards ahead of him. Laporte. Back out wide it goes. Pedri on the overlap. Look to lift it in. Morata's in there. But ahead of him was Viliciani. As Cucurella tries to keep it alive. Nico Williams now. Laporte. Cross to Ruiz. Rodri. Out wide it goes again. Yamal round the corner. Carvajal on the underlap. Got the corner out of it. Off Lokashvili. There, Dani Carvajal. Maybe one last moment of the first half for Spain. Corner lifted in. Again cleared away at the back post. Will be another corner. Lokashvili to head it behind. Referee will allow this to be taken. There is enough time. According to the referee, Nico Williams will take this corner, left hand side. Whipped in again, a bit low to the front post, cleared away. And that is the half-time whistle. A first half which saw one of the most dramatic moments in the tournament. A side that had over 90% possession come crashing down to a counter-attack that ends up in an own goal. And Georgia took the lead. Spain find that leveller through Rodri, darting into the bottom right corner. And at half-time, it's level in Cologne. Spain 1, Georgia 1. Analysis on the way next. Welcome back to Euro 2024 live. Half time in our second game of the day. It's Spain 1, Georgia 1 in Cologne. I mean, we've had a wonderful day of action already in the Euros with England's extra time winner to secure the quarter-final place where they will face Switzerland in the last 8. The winner of this one between Spain and Georgia are looking to face off against the host Germany in the quarterfinals after Germany beat Denmark by 2-0 yesterday. But at the moment, with Spain having over 17 shots in the first half, 6 of them on target, but Georgia, without a shot on target, took the lead. Georgia on the counter-attack. I mean, Spain had over 90% possession at the time. And Georgia with their first attack of the game, their first real touches for their forwards in the game. And Kakabadze made a lovely run down the right-hand side, overlapping wonderfully into a lot of space, acres of space for him to run into. and lifted a really threatening ball into the box. Threatening enough that it panicked Robin Lenormand, the Spanish defender, into trying to hook it away or get it away at some point, because he knew Kvaratskhelia was in behind, and he ended up just chesting it into his own net under the pressure. Gave Georgia the lead, but what a remarkable moment that was for Georgia. Genuine disbelief at how that had happened, with Spain looking like it was only a matter of time before Spain had scored a hatful of goals in the first half and were cruising to victory. But always this competition, always this sport in general, football, offers up another answer, gives us another scenario to ponder upon. And somehow Georgia took the lead in the game. Spain then continued to try and battle back to get back into the game. It took them over 20 minutes until they did find the leveller through Rodri, but constant pressure, constant threat, constant kind of attacking football to pen Georgia in, and time again they were closing the door, blocking the shot, putting it out for a corner, throwing everything they had at it every single time, and Spain ultimately getting that leveller through Rodri with a really nice effort, edge of the box. We've seen it so many times, that sweeping finish into the bottom corner, literally squeezing it a couple of inches off Mamardashvili's hand and an inch or two off the inside of the post. It was literally minuscule in terms of how far either side he could put it, otherwise it wasn't going to find the net. Rodri did find the net, got them back level, and they were still pushing towards the end of that first half. But it's just crazy what we've seen so far in these European Championships. No one is having an easy time of it. No one is getting a free run. No team is kind of giving up in a game, or kind of no side has lost it before they've even played it, in a sense. And I made the point yesterday, no side has come into this tournament and embarrassed themselves, or have gone 4 or 5 or 6-0 down and completely lost the run of the game. No one has lost embarrassingly in this tournament. And that's credit to all the teams that qualified, all the teams that have fought, because that's how much it means. And Georgia are the epitome of that. I mean, the lowest ranked side in the competition, no one even gave them a chance to get higher than 4th in their group. But they finished 3rd, they qualified, and now at this moment in time, they're fighting ever so hard against Spain. Spain still dominant possession, dominant shots, but that's all kind of academic. It's about how you fight on the pitch that it matters, and that's exactly why the scoreline is the way it is at this moment in time. That's the way we stand, of course, at this moment in time. Spain 1, Georgia 1. Just bringing you up to date with the stats, by the way. And ultimately, Spain, as I said, 17 shots in the game, 6 on target. Georgia with 2 shots, none of them on target, because their goal came from an own goal, therefore that's not a shot on target for Georgia. So they haven't had a shot on target elsewhere other than that. In terms of XG, their XG in that first half, Georgia, 0.05. Spain 0.95. Spain have had 79% possession ultimately, 21% for Georgia. Spain have had the Georgian keeper, Mamardashvili's made 5 saves in that first half. Spain have had 9 corners, almost 400 passes in that first half. Ultimately, just working their absolute socks off, as they say. They had 28 touches in the penalty area. Spain in the Georgian penalty area. Georgia just 2 touches, and their goal wasn't one of them either. The vast majority of possession, 65% of the passes have been in the final third for Spain. Overall, in Georgia's defensive third, 27% in the middle third of the pitch. Only 8% of the passes have been in Spain's defensive third or the final third for Georgia, either way. Which is fabulous. Just fabulous. In the final third, Georgia have had 14 passes in total. Made 14 passes. 10 of them have been accurate. So they have got in when they've got into the final third, they've been accurate with it. Said to their efficiency in that first half, in terms of how they counter-attacked on Spain. I'm just looking for any other stats. Ultimately, there's really nothing so far other than that to tell you. I was looking for big chances, but we've not got that detail at the moment, which is strange. But at the moment, that's the way we stand. We're no closer to figuring out who will face Germany tomorrow. One time in that half, for about 20 minutes, it looked like it was Georgia leading. Spain back level, putting it back in the mix. But Spain have had all of the chances, all of the shots, all of the drama. But so far, they're being held very well against Georgia at the moment. So this would conclude the first half of our round of 16 with 4 more games to bring you over the next 2 days. Tomorrow we start as the highest ranked side in Europe. France take on the second highest side ranked in Europe, Belgium. They face off at 5 o'clock tomorrow from Dusseldorf, the Mercosur Arena. In that one, unconvincing both sides. They'll have to be convincing tomorrow if they want to go through. Portugal then take on Slovenia a bit later on, 8 o'clock kickoff in Frankfurt, the Deutsche Bank Arena. Portugal and Slovenia. Portugal, who finished top of their group, ultimately lost to Georgia on match day 3, but still finished top. Slovenia, well, they did well in Group C. They finished 3rd in Group C, ultimately behind England and Denmark, but got 3 draws, so yet to lose at this stage of the competition heading into that one tomorrow. Then on Tuesday, we'll have Romania against the Netherlands. That's at 5 o'clock on Tuesday. We'll have a guest commentator for that one, so do look forward to that. Netherlands, again, unimpressed with them against Romania, who won Group E. That will be an interesting battle. And Austria take on Turkey. That will round off the round of 16. The quarterfinals get underway on Friday. Friday and Saturday. The quarterfinals before next week. We will have the semi-finals and the final on the 14th of July. 2 weeks today. We have every single game. You'll not miss a single moment, a single goal, a single bit of action here in LFS right till the very death. We will cover you through every game right up until the final. Right, the second half between Spain and Georgia, where it is 1-1 at the moment, is on the way next. Do stay with us. Welcome back to Euro 2024 live. Second half on the way in Cologne in just a moment or two. Do keep those votes coming in the chat, although it looks pretty definitive at the moment, but do keep voting if you haven't done so already on the poll. Over 90% predicting that Spain will make the quarterfinals. Only 8% predicting that Georgia will. Still a long way to go, and it's still 1-1. And it is 1-1 at half time, so it's not a formality just yet, although Spain do have the quality and so far have had the shots and the efforts that have tested Georgia at the moment. They haven't found more than just the one effort, one goal at the moment in this one. So, Spain won, Georgia won, which means there is still work for Spain to do if they want to progress. They've been one of the most impressive sides in the tournament. They have a lot of work to do if they want to win this one. Georgia putting up a fight. I said it before the game, and you'd be a fool to say I wasn't right. They will not go without a fight. Georgia, I was just saying reactions to England equalising a bit earlier on from the English media. That's what a sight. Get a grip. Right. We're ready to get underway in a moment or two. The players just returning to the fields of play at the moment. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on post notifications if you haven't done so already. And don't forget, you can follow us on socials as well, on X, Instagram and TikTok. All the links and handles you need are on in the live video description. Ready to get underway then. Bit of blinding lights on the playlist inside this stadium to get back underway. Another 45 to come and another half of a lot of defensive work for Georgia to do and a lot of attacking work for Spain to do. But it's actually Georgia that have been more impressive when they've come forward. Their threatening ability has been impressive to watch as Spain looking to attack early here. And that effort well wide by Fabian Ruiz. Tried to carve one open there early on. Morata flicks it back to Ruiz into this path, but it was always being dragged wide from that type of angle. Not a real threat for Mamardashvili, who made 5 saves in that first half. Some crucial ones at that. But it couldn't reach Rodri's shot to keep it out. He's done ever so hard, worked ever so hard. And this is going to be, Spain know. Coming into this one, they were practically unstoppable. Impenetrable at one end and unstoppable at the other in terms of scoring. But Georgia have given them a good fight so far. There's no evidence that they can't do that in the second half. Again, we've seen it before. We can see it again. But it's going to be difficult. For Georgia, Spain have got the bit between their teeth. They've scored, so they know they can. Something that Portugal didn't have against Georgia in the second half, where we're still 1-0 down in that game. Oh, that's a weird stretch by Laporte. He's giving it away. Here's Mikatadze running through. Luckily, he had bodies running back. That wasn't great at all from Spain. Bit complacent there in midfield. They got away with it, though, ultimately. But as I was saying, something that Portugal didn't have against Georgia, that Spain do have, is that equalising goal. That they aren't behind, they aren't under pressure to score an equaliser. They've got that. They now just need to focus on trying to take the lead in the game. As Morata delivers. Just overhit that one. Alvaro Morata will be recycled out there by Cucurella. Lifted back in low. Again, cleared away by Georgia. Quite for the Spain throw. Seems like we might get one-way traffic once again in this second half. Do get involved in the chat. Do let us know how you're feeling, how the game's going, what your thoughts of the game so far are. Great to have you with us here for this one. Cucurella. Rodri. Now Carvajal. Pedri. Just closed down well. As Kvaratskhelia looks to break forward again for Georgia. He tries to beat the keeper. Oh, just wide. Goodness me, that was close. Unai Simon had committed himself so far forward, and Georgia, again, I said how they dart forward. They break with pure pace and quality and don't waste any time in their countering. And Kvaratskhelia tried to go for the stunner from his own half. Simon left the empty net, but just went wide of the post. Another warning sign to Spain that they're not going to have an easy ride of it in the second half. Rodri. But you feel if Spain do take the lead that they might not look back. And they might just kick on and score another. But it's about getting that second one. Rodri. Lenormand. Out wide to Yamal. He drives infield, Lamine Yamal. Looking to break past the challenge, lays it off with Pedri, goes down. Free kick to Spain. Lamine Yamal taken out there by Kasia. He makes the claim, Kasia. Wasn't a foul, but it was. 1-2 with Pedri, and Yamal just gets out of the way. Really strong. Really good forward play from Lamine Yamal. They're smart to just try and wait for the challenge, tiptoe his way through, and he wins the free kick for Spain on the edge of the box. And this is a huge moment. Lamine Yamal is eyeing this up here. Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams have both been usual free kick takers for Spain. And this is well within shooting range. 20 yards out inside the D. A chance here. Can he find a good effort on this one? Either Nico Williams or Lamine Yamal are over it. Spain ready to take it. The wall set up for Georgia. 4-man wall. Spain have a 3-man wall, a few yards ahead of that. As Yamal forces the big save off Mamardashvili. Decent effort. Almost found a way through. Pedri now. Out to Yamal again. Lots of bodies in the box. Lifts it to the back post. Headed and forced in. Fabian Ruiz with a diving header gives Spain the lead. Maybe can't score, but he delivers with beauty. Lamine Yamal. That ends up into the back of the net from Fabian Ruiz. And Spain get off to the perfect start in the second half. That free kick wasn't bad from Yamal. Mamardashvili got in his way. They recycle the ball again. How well they've recycled the ball. Just get it from one side to the other. Pedri out wide to Yamal. Yamal eyeing up the cross. He whips it in beautifully onto the head of Fabian Ruiz, who forces it past Mamardashvili, and the pace beats the Georgian keeper, who cannot keep it out. And that is really good. The header is great, but the delivery, 16-year-old Lamine Yamal delivering at that quality to that little pinpoint space is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Spain 2, Georgia 1. And they're gonna go for it again. Another one's incoming. Yamal! Wide. Goodness me. Spain have wanting to up the tempo now. They made a change, Spain, here in the last moment or two. Dani Olmo's on the field. Whatever that's about. Why they've made that change, I'm unsure, but Dani Olmo is on the field. I did see the number 10. Trying to see who for, but is it Ruiz? It's not Ruiz. Pedri, maybe? Georgia now find themselves behind, will have to bounce back. Spain not wanting to look back. Victory in their sights, it's in their grasp. We don't want to let go of it for a single second, Spain. First time they've led tonight, of course, having gone behind. Had to come from behind to lead. First time they'd went behind in the tournament because it was the first goal they'd conceded in the tournament so far. The quality of Spain in the final third has been immense in this tournament. Up to this point, that was their 7th goal they've scored. That Ruiz goal. They're not the top scorers. Germany remain the top scorers. I think Germany have scored 10 goals now overall, after they beat Scotland by 5 on match day 1. Spain looking to try and rack up the goals here. Morata just trying to find it wide to Yamal, but on his heels there was the 16-year-old as Lochashvili gets it forward into a space here for Kvaratskhelia. Chance for Georgia. Well closed down there in the midfield by Fabian Ruiz. Olmo, who did come on for Pedri, by the way, just after that goal was scored. Here's Nico Williams. Lots of space and time. Cucurella, now Morata, looking to drive across, looking to strike. He drags that one wide of the left post. More shots incoming from Spain. Shot after shot after shot. They're all desperate to get on in the action, to get in on the action tonight. 22 shots. That was their 22nd shot of the game. That one, dare I say it, that was their most so far in a game. They had 11 against Croatia. They had 20 against Italy, and they had 16 against Albania. They've had by far their most shots tonight. I mean, we're just looking at that replay of the goal. Lamine Yamal's cross is sensational. It's Kevin De Bruyne-esque. Just whipping it perfectly in the right, just in the right angle. The perfect delivery. It's just fabulous. Cucurella played forward. Spain come on the brick again. Morata just holding on, just about, but ends up losing out. Here's Kvaratskhelia. He's got Mikatadze with him. Kvaratskhelia. A Spanish body's flooding back. Get the ball back again for Spain, as there's a player down at the moment for La Roja. And that's a really late challenge. And there by Chakvetadze on Cucurella, which gets Spain the free kick. A player down at the moment in their own box. Let's see who it is for Spain. Is it Carvajal? It looks like it is. It is Dani Carvajal. Just gets shoved down there by Kvaratskhelia. And then the challenge from Chakvetadze. Committed that foul. Got Spain the free kick. Rodri. Laporte to Carvajal. Spain will play their football now. Not with much urgency. They will keep the pressure on and will keep trying to find those shots, but they'll not overplay it, because they don't need to. Here's Yamal, weaving his way through. Patience, but the quality is fabulous. Carvajal back across to the Norman. Ruiz, Cucurella now, Williams. Good pace this from Spain. Ruiz trying to thread it through. Closed down by Chakvetadze. Goes out for a Spain throw. Ruiz scored second goal of the tournament in this one. That gives Spain the lead. Scored his first goal in the 3-0 win over Croatia on match day 1 of the group. It was a lovely goal that day from Fabian Ruiz. Weaving and slaloming his way through at the edge of the box. It was a wonderful strike that time. That one. This one in this game comes from a header for Fabian Ruiz. Versatile in his finishing ability. Here's Lenormand. Carvajal. Lamine Yamal. Down the line, looking to run at Lokashvili again. Will get the corner. So Yamal eyeing up another corner, taken short. Ruiz will give it back to Yamal, who will look to square to the edge of the box, and Olmo was there, but again Spain pegged back out of the clearance from Georgia as it comes all the way back to Unai Simon. Go long, head away by Lokashvili. Carvajal battling alongside Rodri as Cucurella brings it down. Even when they've got it in the air, Spain, they just look composed. So calm, so cool. So unaffected, so kind of unnerved. Just don't look kind of wary at all. Very confident in what they do. That's key in tournament football. Knowing that you're able to do it. Yamal, nice touch in field. Tried to find the pass. Just about closed down by Georgia once again as they clear it away. Nicely taken down by Laporte stepping in. Cucurella. 60 minutes gone. Spain 2, Georgia 1 in the round of 16. Remember, the winners of this game will play Germany in the quarterfinals. Carvajal. Olmo. Back to Dani Carvajal. Ruiz. Was so comfortable just passing it around Spain. No need to rush. That was nice work though. Here's Dani Olmo. Edge of the box. Tried to strike there. Easily blocked. Not the best of efforts from Dani Olmo. And now again the counter could be on. Mikatadze. Well closed down by Lenormand. Rodri. Certainly something that Luis de la Fuente has addressed at half-time. The fact that Spain were getting countered on very easily. How it was so easy for Georgia to break. Something they've just tweaked at half-time, Spain, and they look more confident in closing down those counter-attacks in the second half so far. Excuse me. Yamal. Carvajal. Lenormand. Out wide to Cucurella. Rodri. Morata. Morata scored the very first goal of the tournament for Spain. Has the captain's armband, of course. Carvajal pings one forward. Not fully cleared of initially. Although, composure in their own box there, Georgia. Trying to play out though. Given to Yamal! Again, puts it wide. Waiting for that net to move. And Spain to be further ahead, but not on that occasion. Overplayed it. They look very calm playing it out there, Georgia. But they overplayed. Didn't anticipate the press from Spain, and Yamal was there at the edge of the box trying to finish, but couldn't slot it in the corner. Yet to score at the tournament. Lamine Yamal. I do believe that is the case. If that's not the case, then I'm massively wrong. Changes for Georgia incoming. A double change there as Chakvetadze and Lochoshvili have been replaced by Davidashvili and Titiashvili. So Titiashvili coming on for Lochoshvili. Try and add that extra attacking threat. And with Chakvetadze coming off, Davidashvili will add an extra body going up front as well. Trying to get more players up the pitch, Georgia, to get them out of their own half a bit more and offer a bit more of a threat in the final third and on no counter. Here's Lamine Yamal for Spain at the moment, though. Again, trying to weave his way through on that right-hand side. Infield, it comes to Rodri. Now Ruiz. Not much space to break. Cucurella. Morata back to Mark Cucurella. Again, wide to Nico Williams. Cucurella on the underlap. Back it comes to Nico Williams. Just being calm on the ball. Constantly just knocking it about. Pass after pass. Little pass in the spaces. Trying to carve a way through Georgia. Here's Nico Williams. Trying to run his way infield. Will go out for a corner off Veliciani. Again, really threatening from Nico Williams. He's probably been one of the players of the tournament so far. Consistently performing for Spain. Off that left wide area. Just at 21. He's offering a lot. Quite a lot. I mean, not in comparison to Yamal, who at 16 is offering a lot more than anybody could ever imagine at that age. As Spain are readying some more changes. Nico Williams will take this next corner for Spain. We'll whip one in, front post, still not cleared. Just goes behind off Lenormand. Goal kick. Just me. And changes incoming then. Marc Cucurella is going to make way. And Alejandro Grimaldo is going to come on. It's going to be one of those changes. And Mikel Oyarzabal is going to come on as well. And he will replace Alvaro Morata. So Oyarzabal and Grimaldo on, replacing Cucurella and Morata. So the captain's armband taken off there by Morata. It's on a yellow card, by the way. And that was handed off to Rodri, I believe. And that change incoming then, Oyarzabal coming on. Some fresh legs for Spain with 25 minutes or so to go. They lead by 2-1. La Roja in Cologne. But with those extra attackers for Georgia, they're not going to bow out again without a fight and without an attempt at trying to get back level in the game. Well, there is only one goal in it. They will surely give all they've got to try and nick something and maybe carry it through to extra time or even penalties. That's still a while away, though. Here's Rodri. Laporte. Cross to Grimaldo. Nice work from Williams round the corner. Oyarzabal couldn't get there. As Georgia try and break away. Titiashvili has to go backwards though. Koshirashvili back to Veliciani. Out wide to Kakhabadze. Infield run there. Nice work from Kvaratskhelia, and has found a way through. Here's Titiashvili. Wide. Not a bad effort But that's better from Georgia, getting more bodies up the field and having a man in space. Nicely threaded ball by Kvaratskhelia. And Tijishvili made the break down the left-hand side. Miles of space, and just saw the gap open up and tried to have the shot, but heading it well wide. Still that threat from Georgia on the counter that Spain have to be wary of, with it still being 2-1. That's something a third goal would certainly eradicate for Spain. That wariness, that just being careful not to overcommit. Grimaldo. Ruiz. Back to Laporte. To Lenormand. Carvajal. Yamal. Tiptoeing down the right flank. Plays it infield to Rodri. Switches it across to Grimaldo. Trying to spin away. Ruiz over the bar. An effort maybe a bit wasted from Fabian Ruiz, but Spain still creating chances. It's now 27 shots they've had in the game. 10 of them in the second half. We've still about 20 minutes or so to go. At the moment it is Spain that is setting up that mouth-watering tie against Germany in the quarterfinals, but Georgia not giving up yet though. Here's Kvaratskhelia. Tijishvili closed down very well by Spain again. Rodri in the way. Dani Olmo hands it off to Ruiz. Back to Olmo on the right. Spain trying to edge their way forward, as that was a bit overzealous, shall we say, from Zuriko Davridashvili. And he's going to get a yellow card. Yeah, this was a late challenge on Dani Olmo. Davridashvili. Another Spain free kick then. Carvajal. Cross. Rodri now. Out to Laporte. Down the left to Grimaldo. Williams. Of course, first real glimpse of Grimaldo. For me, ultimately, I commentated on Spain's two of Spain's group games. I was keeping a close eye on Spain's game against Albania on match day 3, but the key game in that one was Croatia-Italy. Haven't really seen Grimaldo play as of much. Haven't had the time to talk about him, but massive factor in Bayer Leverkusen's title challenge. Mohamed Fili, what's he doing? Goodness me, playing with fire. Spain on the press, and Mohamed Fili's just tapping it around his own 6-yard box. Does get away with it though, but don't tempt fate. Certainly not of your own doing. If you do concede a third, don't make it easy for Spain. Goodness me. Mohamed Fili there. Living dangerously. You can be confident and cocky about it, but my God, that was risky. Very risky. Nico Williams. Here is Grimaldo. Back to the point. Very crucial to Bayer Leverkusen's Bundesliga title charge. 28-year-old, experienced, can play midfield and also at fullback as well. Can drop in to that role. Ultimately, played in a back 3 for the majority of the season for Bayer Leverkusen. Played as that left wing back in that role and suited it really well. Joined on a free from Benfica in the summer to Leverkusen and won the title in his first season. Let's start to your career at Leverkusen. I'd love to add a international trophy to that haul of the last season, if he can. Still a couple of steps away from that, Spain, and still not clear in this one. Here's Yamal, nice work in between the lines. Here's Lamine Yamal, and it's in! Own goal! But the flag will be up, though, against Lamine Yamal. Or is it against Yamal? I'm interested to see why it would be Lamine Yamal. Don't know how he could be offside. He picked up the ball from deep. Yeah, he was actually offside. He laid it off. That's right. Got the ball back. That's very tight. Will VAR have a look at that? Sure they will. That looks very tight to me. I mean, fair play to the assistant. If this is offside, he's got an eyes like a hawk. But the VAR checking this. I think this might be onside. But the flag is the correct decision, so no goal. Looked onside to me. Well, offside is the decision. Still 2-1. Said it. Certainly not needing an optician's appointment anytime soon, that assistant. Here's Kvaratskhelia, knocking it forward. Mikatadze. Chance here for Georgia on the counter. They're throwing bodies at everything here. As it comes to a close, Davidashvili's ball couldn't find a teammate. A Spain break away, and now they want a counter. Here's Nico Williams on the charge, skipping past the challenge. Nico Williams! 3-1. Wonderful finish by could be the star of the tournament so far. Burst into life on the counter, skipping past a challenge and firing the ball into the roof of the nets to make it 3-1 to Spain and give them a bit of headroom into the final 15 minutes. All the worry about what Georgia can offer on the counter, but it's Spain that ultimately have the final say on the break. Ball out to Nico Williams, no one marking, as Georgia have so many bodies up the field, and he just breaks on the counter, takes it in his stride, skips past the challenge of Velishani, and he just rockets it into the roof of the net past Mamardashvili. Wonderful finish to give Spain the 3-1 lead. And Georgia have fought so hard, have worked so hard, but probably similar scenes to what they had against Turkey, where they tried to counter to find an equaliser and ultimately ended up conceding a third goal. That's the fine margins of football, and that's the tough margins and the tough breaks you have to take at times. But that is a huge moment for Spain. Bit of breathing room, and now they will look to just see this out to head to the quarterfinals, to set up what would be a mouth-watering, headline-making setup for a quarter-final matchup and a repeat of the 2008 European Championships final that ended with Spain winning. That would be the matchup that would be coming if Spain do see this one out and progress. Nico Williams, one of the players of the tournament so far. That's a nice work from Olmo. Here's Nico Williams again, chops inside, lays it off, and that's an awful touch by Dani Olmo. And Mamardashvili had a comfortable save to make in the end there, but Spain not giving up yet, want more. They almost had another there. Dani Olmo had put any pace behind that one, it would have been 4. Remember, only one side has scored more than 3 goals in a game in the tournament so far. That was Germany against Scotland on the first match of the tournament. No one else has scored more than 3 in a single game at Euro 2024 as of yet. Spain probably have a realistic chance at doing that tonight, but at the moment Georgia fighting hard to stop them. And they'll get a free kick here. Koshrashvili, the one brought down. About 12 minutes plus additional time to go. Spain 3, Georgia 1 in Cologne. And Georgia are going to make another double change. Let's just get that information to you. So, Vekviskiri is coming on for Veliciani. So Vekviskiri. And Mikotadze is coming off. And Zivzidadze is coming on in his place. So Zivzidadze and Vekviskiri are coming on, replacing Mikotadze and Veliciani. Oh, what's he done there? Christ, Unai Simon almost handing the ball outside the box there. The referee was on the scene. He just let go in time there, Unai Simon. That was close. Both keepers have had one or two crazy moments in the game. It's been a wonderful game so far. Very entertaining. Spain, again, just their quality, seeing them through. I mean, their football has been fabulous again, Spain. Deservedly leading, but Georgia will feel maybe slightly hard done by the fact that they've worked so hard and they've defended so well at times, but it's in little moments where if you do drop your level a slight bit, top sides can find a way through, and Spain are certainly that. Here they come again. Lamine Yamal in between the lines. Nice 1-2. Yamal has to finish. Again, saved by Mamardashvili. And again, it will be a corner. When will it come for Lamine Yamal? He's had about 4 or 5 chances to score tonight. That one, the 1-2 with Dani Olmo. And he just tries to chop it over the keeper. Flick it past Mamardashvili and makes himself big and closes the space down. I mean, it's not like he's going to run out of time anytime soon, Lamine Yamal. He's going to have another... His career is going to last at least another 20 years, so he's certainly got a lot of time to find the net here, especially at the European Championships. Spain making changes then. Dani Carvajal and Fabian Ruiz coming off. And I think Rodri's going to make way as well. And Jesus Navas and Merino are on. I'll confirm those changes because I think UEFA have messed that up again with the graphics. Corner comes in. Again up in the air. Mamardashvili will get the free kick. Well, Spain's record in the round of 16 is 1-1, lost 1 recently, of course, because they've only played 2 round of 16 matches before, obviously, with the expansion of the tournament in 2016. They lost in 2016 to Italy, but were 5-3 extra time winners against Croatia at Euro 2020. 8-goal thriller against Croatia in the round of 16 after extra time in 2020. And they would look to add more goals here tonight. Here's Lamine Yamal! Again, tried to beat the keeper, but beat himself in the end. And put it wide once more. Dani Olmo again, he set him up so many times. And Yamal just trying to kind of catch the keeper out, making him think he's going to go one way and he goes the other. Ultimately drags it wide, and it's getting a lot. I mean, I'm certain that he will score at one point. Whether that's tonight or not, we will find out as Spain come forward again. They're desperate to get him one. Here's Olmo, 4-1. He's got the nets. Even if Lamine Yamal can't find it. And Dani Olmo gets a 4th for Spain. That is Georgia's night, surely done and dusted. Georgia will find the end of their road tonight. But Spain will cruise on into the quarterfinals. They become only the second side in the tournament to score more than 3 goals in a single game. And Dani Olmo has got their 4th tonight. Lamine Yamal has had about a dozen chances to make it 4. But Dani Olmo, who's set up a couple of times Lamine Yamal to try and make him find 4, he does it himself and gets Spain with a 3-goal lead and leading by 4 goals to 1. Really good football. Wonderful finish. Dani Olmo, another one that's highly regarded, highly watched around Europe. Could be showcasing his talent here this evening. He joins a long list of players on 1 goal at this tournament, Dani Olmo. An incredibly long list of players on 1 goal at this tournament. Fabian Ruiz got his 2nd of the tournament. Dani Carvajal, Alvaro Morata, Ferran Torres, and now Dani Olmo puts his name on this list alongside Rodri and Nico Williams, who have all added their names to the list of scorers tonight for Spain. Only one of them scored more than once, and that is, of course, as I said, Fabian Ruiz. The rain is really coming down a lot here in Cologne after we had that stoppage to adverse weather conditions last night in Germany's game against Denmark. That was in Dortmund. The rain is certainly coming down tonight. And here comes Spain. And Nico Williams again darting forward as it comes out to the left. Chip back to the back post. Just overhit that one. Will be kept alive though, this time by Navas, who ends up getting megged by himself. Goes out for the throw. Well, Georgia making their debut at this tournament. Making their first foray into the knockout stages of a European tournament. The fact that they've got to this position is miraculous and marvellous. They had one of their most wonderful nights, if not their most wonderful and memorable nights of Georgian football history a couple of nights ago when they beat Portugal 2-0, but tonight certainly won't be a disappointing one for Georgia. Ultimately going home, but they'll know that their side, their team, their players have given everything at this tournament. At one point their leading goal scorer was the tournament's leading goal scorer in Georgia Smikatadze, who's been fabulous. Kvaratskhelia showing his quality on the world stage. We already know what he's capable of. Showing it with a side in his country that aren't the best, aren't one of the top teams, aren't fulfilled with top quality in the side, but what they've got is a group of players that will work to the very death, to the very bone, for every single moment and every single little challenge. As Kvaratskhelia trying to weave his way through, gets Georgia the corner. That's what I mean. 4-1 down with minutes to go in the lashing rain, and they're still fighting. Georgia. That is the mentality that any sort of football side needs to have, no matter how low ranked you are in the world. Those are the basics of football that sometimes go amiss. But this Georgian side have played that to a T. They've got another corner here. The corner headed behind for another corner, obviously. Spanish heads, so certainly not a comfortable end of the game for Spain. Despite leading 4-1, Georgia are trying to push for maybe a late consolation. Ball lifted in, away by Yathabal at the front post. As it's recycled back, although given away. Loose pass. Ultimately, Spain will just bring it back to their keeper, Unai Simon. Well, The Georgia keeper, Mamardashvili, plays in Spain for Valencia, has played there since 2021. So there's a link between the two countries. Nico Williams scored past Mamardashvili already this season at club level, winning for Athletic Club to win a 3-1 at Valencia in the Copa del Rey quarter-finals. And he also scored past Mamardashvili as Athletic won 2-1 at Valencia in the league in February 2023. So he has played against Mamardashvili before, and he's found the net past him before. He's found it tonight for Spain's third goal. Did Nico Williams, who was, as some would say, the famous line, bursting onto the scene. Certainly on the international stage he is. He's been fabulous in this tournament, one of the outstanding players. If the tournament was to end today, he would certainly go in the team of the tournament. Here he comes again, Nico Williams, look at the shoot again. Closed down. Yamal, who's done wonderful work on the ball tonight. His skill, his ability for such a young age, we've said it multiple times, but you can't emphasise it enough. His composure, his quality on this level, at this stage, under pressure, is unknown, unbeknownst. Chance! Another save. Olmo was in there again. It was Yamal setting up Olmo, but Mamardashvili in the way. And that's the 33rd shot of the night for Spain. It's a lot to deal with, Mamardashvili. The fact he only conceded 4 goals is actually quite remarkable. 3 added minutes at the end of the 90. I'd love to know how many saves he's made, actually. That'd be a good stat to check. He's made 8 saves. That was his 9th save of the night. Sorry, 9 saves. After 33 shots he's faced, 9 of them he's saved. Yamal, lovely skill in behind again. Just seen out. And ultimately, a free kick given away there to Didishvili. Got a minute or 2 to go. Just saying Yamal's earlier own goal, the own goal that came off his strike. Just seeing the visualization of the offside. He was offside. My eyes were lying to me. The linesman, the assistant, got it completely correct. Said it. No need for him to get an optician's appointment anytime soon. Maybe me, otherwise. Here comes Spain again. Lamine Yamal. Still time to get one. He's going to pass it off, and Olmo tried to squeeze it through, closed down, as he will pick it up again. Lamine Yamal. Sometimes you can get your tongue twisted saying his name, but I mean, that is fabulous work from Lamine Yamal again. He wins the free kick. Fabulous. And Luis de la Fuente should be happy with his side's performance, should be proud of his side's performance. Yes, Georgia aren't one of the best sides in terms of quality in the tournament, but their fight and their desire and their kind of resilience and resoluteness to stop the best sides has been remarkable so far. Yamal, nice work to Jesus Navas, cuts it across and all the way through. Back out the other end. Oyathabal lifts it into the box. The header flicked on over the bar by Rodri. Nico Williams is down in the box. Whatever's happened there, just to say it again, as the ball was cut back into the box, he tried to stretch for it. Ooh, he's kind of slightly caught there. Slightly, but it's slippy surface. It's very dangerous out there. One little foul swoop can send you flying. Just Just seeing some replays of the early action. The last couple of seconds of the game. Goes out of play. And that's the final whistle. Spain are through into the quarterfinals. The 2008-2012 champions are into the last 8 in 2024. They will face the side they beat in the 2008 final, Germany, in the last 8, the hosts of this tournament. And if they're going to want to make it to another final and make it another championship, they're going to have to beat the hosts in doing so. Georgia tonight going home, but going home with their heads held high. Getting to the knockouts would have been a dream, and they delivered on that dream, beating Portugal in the group to secure that. But ultimately, Spain just a step too far. Georgia, incredible in the tournament. Unfortunately, will be heading home. Spain, though, they're heading on and don't want to look back. They're into the last 8. Final score in Cologne. It's Spain 4, Georgia 1. And there we are. Final scores from today's games in all 4 round of 16 games so far. Yesterday we saw Switzerland take on Italy and make easy work of Italy in the end. 2 goals either side of the half-time whistle secured the victory for Switzerland and their place in the quarterfinals. Germany, the hosts, saw past Denmark after a disrupted game in Dortmund after that weather disruption last night. That finished 2-0 also. Today, a lot more tight in the games. Both games were level, with both sides having scored at one point. England had to come from behind against Slovakia to secure the victory there. They were 1-0 down for the majority of the game. Ivan Schrantz's goal securing the goal for Slovakia in the lead for the very long time. Jude Bellingham, with England's first shot on target in the 95th minute, got the leveller for Harry Kane in the first minute of extra time, secured the winner. That sees England through to the quarterfinals. And Spain had a bit of work to do against Georgia after they went behind from a Lenormand own goal. They levelled through Rodri before half-time, before coming out in the second half and showing off their pure quality. Ruiz, Williams and Olmo with the 3 goals in the second half to secure Spain's 4-1 victory. It means Switzerland will take on England and Germany will take on Spain. Just have a look at the bracket before we leave you. It hasn't been updated yet with the 2 teams that have progressed. We'll bring it to you tomorrow. But just to confirm, as you see in the top left corner, Spain will slot in alongside Germany, and England on the bottom right corner will slot in alongside Switzerland. We'll still to figure out the other 2 quarterfinals, Portugal, Slovenia, or France and Belgium, and Romania or Netherlands against Austria or Turkey. They have to come over the next 2 days. Tomorrow we will watch that bracket down in the bottom right, bottom left hand side of your screen. Portugal, Slovenia and France, Belgium. For now, thanks for your company tonight, and we will see you tomorrow for this one, France against Belgium. Night.